everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Pamela and this is Teacher Pamela Plans, where we do everything from crafting to teaching ideas to planning, of course, and so much more. And this year we're talking about my word of the year, which is being bold. So we're going to be doing that as well. Today we are getting into my catch-all planner. As you can see here, it's so gorgeous. I love it. And we're going to be talking a little bit about how I have it all set up. Now, I did a planner setup video where I put in all the inserts and everything, but now we're just going to I'm going to give you a peek in to what I've already done and prepped for this year. All right. I have this inbox here, and I either use this inbox clear acetate that I've created, or I use like this hybrid dashboard. And what I do with that is I'm going to put some of the events for that week only on that little inbox. And I've already done that, as you can see here. So here I added some brain dumps for my month of January. And you know, what I do is I kind of go through the list here. There's all different categories. I love it. And I got this from another planner. I'll link her down below. And she had this set up, and then I created it onto this vellum. So she had it in her shop for free. She had it as a free printable, and then I just used those ideas. So I want to make sure I give her credit down below. So I will do that. And so then I have these inbox inserts from Jane's Agenda. Most of what you see on my channel is Jane's Agenda stuff, but I do add in some other flares, if you will. So here's my inbox for January. What I tend to do is I look through these categories. I also look through my goals. I'm using the Makselife goal planner this year, the companion notebooks, and I absolutely love them. So that's what I'm going to be using to come up with these things that I need to do. I have the things that I have scheduled on there. Some of the things are, you know, continuous. And it's a brain dump, so I want to write everything down. So everything kind of that goes to mind that I need to do or I need to be thinking about goes on to here. The other thing that I look at for my brain dump is these annual reminders. These were Jane's Agenda. These were a subscription box add-on. Not even an add-on, I shouldn't say. They were in a subscription box. And so we have the seasonal reminders, the quarterly reminders, the annual reminders, and those help me too. So I do look at those to add in if there's anything there that I need to add on to that brain dump. Okay, so that's what this is for. And then you can see here I have different categories. Once I have it done, check. I have like one whole thing done for the month. Woohoo! We're at the beginning of the month. But I have urgent, next action, scheduled, delegated, project, reference, someday, and canceled. I usually don't use the reference or the someday. I don't usually delegate either. There's a couple things that I might delegate, but most of this is for like stuff I need to get done. And since I work alone, it's all on me. So that's a little bit different too. So I don't typically use that category. But as you can see, I check off, you know, the different things that this might pertain, you know, and nothing might pertain to some of them, and that's okay. All right, so that is my brain dump. And then here I have my perpetual planner. Now, I tried to do this at a glance, and you can see here, like I put the holiday on there. I was going to put some things that I have going on in January and just put dots for them. But it kind of bled through a little bit. I'm a little bummed. It's shadowy, I should say. And I was using the Makselife dot markers for that. And so then I kind of gave up and I was like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want a bunch of dots everywhere and them shadowing. And so I let it go, and that's what it looks like for now. It's one dot on a holiday. So I might find a different marker that might work a little bit better that doesn't shadow like that. So then I have my perpetual planner, and here I'm doing some fun holidays, and that's what I'm putting in here. I've used fun holidays in the past for my school, so I plan themes for the children that I teach, and so I've used fun themes for that, but what I'm using this for probably most likely will be for, you know, planner decorations and things. So my plan with me's might have these, and these are just fun. It's fun to look at, and I don't really have a necessary use for this part. I don't need to write down all my calendar stuff because I have it on my phone, and then I'm also going to have it in my monthly. I don't want to repeat in my planner. That to me is just a waste of time. The next section I have is my goals section. I am doing a walking challenge for 30 minutes a day. I have successfully done a couple days of this. Again, we're in the beginning of January, so I do need to fill that out. And I need to keep going with it. So I'm excited for this challenge. I'm not looking for perfection with this. I'm just, trying to create a habit of, okay, let's get moving. One of the days I went ice skating, and so I'm going to count that as the walking for 30 minutes because it was good exercise. So I'm not necessarily like super focused on, well, I didn't walk, so that doesn't count. It's fine. As long as I'm active, that's what I'm looking for. I also have this Cherished Moments. This was a subscription box also, goodie, and from Jane's Agenda. And I'm going to put my vision board on here. I haven't done that. I'll probably do a separate video that shows my vision board. It's going to be probably some time in January, but it'll probably be in a little bit later time. Then here I have these are some old inserts about manifesting from Jane's Agenda. And it says, I'm manifesting my dreams. I only have the January one, but I thought this would be really fun to keep up on. It's an affirmation one. And then on this side, it's just being grateful. So how I was lucky. So I've started that already going, and I'm excited to keep going with that. My theme kind of for January is self-love. So working on those self-love things. And then I have this manifestation journal insert from Jane's Agenda. I absolutely love this. So I'm going to have a goal each month that I have my big focus on. And my big focus this month, like a lot of people's, is on my body. Okay, so body and health, physical health. So this is just kind of a visualization of that. But what I really love about this is that it also has an action plan in here. What are you going to do in order to make this happen? And this isn't just, okay, I'm going to visualize this and the end, magic, poof, it happens. That's not how it works, right? We need to take steps, whatever that may be. I'm an overthinker. I tend to overthink all the things. And so this is really helping, and my goals are really helping to just break it down and say, this is what you need to do, and just push through the overthinking it and just do it. And that's why I chose bold as my word of the year, is I tend to overthink things and make too big a deal out of things, and just do it. Stop living in that fear. Stop making excuses and go for it. And things tend to fall into place when that happens in my life. So that is what I'm working on. And then I have some daily affirmations down below here that are just more about food choices and believing, again, in self-love. These are inserts from Jane's Agenda as well. And so she gave us these. I'm going to show you all the things first. And then she gave us these annual goal sets as well. And then there's also some others in there, goal worksheets and things that I haven't gotten to yet. This is how I'm going to use these. So I have my first quarter goals. Like I told you before, each month I'm going to have a specific goal that I'm focused on. So because in January, what I'm focused on is, and I might write that here, actually, that's probably a good idea. So I will do that. I'm going to write down what I'm looking for in January from my focus area. So my focus area is health and wellness, okay, for January. And then I might have a different focus in February, March. We'll see. I'm going to rotate them sometimes. But anyway, so for January, that is my focus. And so then I have my key steps for that I have in January just written down. I'm going to add to these things later, but I don't want to start out being like, yes, I'm going to drink 64 ounces of water. I'm going to run. I am going to do a million things in order to get to my health goal. No, because you burn out in 5 seconds and then you're over it by the second week of January. So what I'm planning to do here And most of my stuff, by the way, I'm starting on the 6th for a lot of this stuff. This whole planner kind of starts on the 6th for most things. And so I have my other week is in my old planner, my December. So this is all kind of starting January 6th for me. I'm tracking my food. I'm attending workshops and signing up for circuit training. And I'm going to do that 30-day walk challenge. So that's my goals in January that I'm working towards. But I want to continue doing these things. So that's why I put the date due as 3/31/25, because I want those to continue on. I don't want to just stop doing that. All right. So that's why I have that. And then my goal is to lose 18 pounds in the whole quarter. All right. So that's my quarterly. And then the cool thing is once that's over, we can have wins and things to learn, which I love that it says opportunities instead of, just we did terrible at this. We failed, no, we have opportunities to do better. So the next thing she gave us was these annual goal inserts, and there's 8 of them, which is perfect because in Makselife, there are 8 different areas of life. So I used this to break down what I'm going to do in each month for all of my goals. So you don't have to look at my Makselife because I'm going to have it right here. So I'm going to read the women. I'm going to create self-care list. I'm going to do my weekly YouTube video. Stay consistent with this. I have a TN that I'm doing for the Cuties that I hopefully will be posting. I'm continuing a memory keeper, and I am in Wild University, so I really want to do some of the classes in there. So that's kind of my goal, is to catch up with that, and I'll show you a little bit more of that. So I've got that for my personal, for fun and recreation. I want to make some goals here. So, and with reward. I've not rewarded myself in the past for things that I've done and accomplished. And so I want to do that this year. So first, I'm going to make a weight goal. That's easy to accomplish. Well, it's easy to make a goal and reward for. So that's what I'm going to start with. But I think I'm going to do some other rewards in other areas too. But I'm going to start with weight. So first weight goal and a reward for that. I plan New Year's, which I already did, so I could probably check that off. Book club and read and journal weekly. I know that's in the fun and recreation, but it is like working towards a positive me, a fun me. So that's why I stuck it in that area, even though it really is personal. Okay, then we have work and learning over here. And work and learning, I'm doing a January daily plan schedule. I'm going to set a timer for my schedule for my planning because I'm taking way too much time. That's kind of my goal for that, is that I'm just taking so much time to do my plans for my teaching. And I like to be creative. It's hard to come up with ideas sometimes, and so it is time consuming. But I think I overthink things, and I need to this is good. This is, the kids will enjoy this and they will learn from it. And that sometimes needs to be enough. Then I've got plan 3 hours of professional development, which I've already done. And then I need to attend those 3 hours. And I'm going to make some OutSchool videos. And I usually post those actually on OutSchool. But I will put a link also to my OutSchool down below. All right, so then we have family and relationships. So in that area of life, I want to plan monthly outings, date night, and then I've got my dog that I really want to continue to work with. He needs a lot of work. So walking him, and that's going to be hard. I'm going to have to figure out some possible alternatives for him as the days and nights get colder. And then activity with him. So I think that might have to kind of take the place of the walking, is more activity inside. Make adjustments there. Then we've got health and wellness. So I'm going to be tracking my food daily, attending Weight Watchers meetings weekly. I'm going to attend 2. I want one to be kind of a quick recap of what that week's focus is, and then another one that's a full-on meeting. Then I'm signing up for circuit training, and then the walk, the 30-day challenge walk. Spiritual and growth, I'm doing my weekly moon ritual, and I am going to start Wesley Covenant Group. That's a Bible study that I'm in. I'm going to memorize one scripture, I'm just going to take that slow. And then I have duties for I am treasurer of CU Able, which is a special needs organization. And so I have duties for that. And so I want to make sure I get that done, and my affirmations daily. Financial, I want to make a budget for the year. I just need to adjust it a little bit. Use Debt Tracker, track my business expenses, and then I contribute by paying for my gym membership and my student loan when I can. And then I have physical environment. So this month I'm focusing on cleaning 30 minutes daily, deleting my emails. I gotta get through my junk mails. And Clean Mama is a routine that I use for my cleaning, and that I'm going to be focusing on the whole house, like cleaning the whole house. Now, that doesn't mean that it kind of organizing. So it's a very like quick run through of like, oh, I should throw these things away. It's not going to be detailed, because detailed is going to happen later when I get to each room. All right, so these are the goal worksheets that I was talking about. I don't have anything set up for this yet, but I am going to fill these out, I think, with whatever I have going on with steps. So something that has more than one step. So I'm going to get specific with these. All right, then I have these someday sheets. I'm not sure if I'll be using those or not. We'll see. And then I have this project planner. So this is something I use the project planner for. I saw Wildly University. I really want to catch up on the classes, so I wrote down the classes. There's a lot, because it's actually like all the way on this page. There's a ton of classes on there. But I was kind of looking back at what they've already had and ones that I want to go through and, do. So, and I highlighted them because if you're on Wild University or know anything about it, they've got different areas for their classes. So those are highlighted by the different areas. For example, cultivating a habit of gratitude, so that's self-care. And then there's a balloon garland, that's creative. So there's different classes in different areas. Then I have some more project pages, which I'm not sure, again, if I'm going to be using those inserts. If not, I'll take them out. Then I have my ideal routine. Okay, so I took some time to put this together. I do want to talk a little bit about this as far as what I use for my daily routines. I have an app called Routinery. I really, really recommend it. It is amazing. You can put in as many routines as you want if you purchase it. I think it's $20 a year, something like that. I'd have to look. I'll put the link down below for that. And I really, really love it. It's really cool. So what you do with the app is it just times everything and then moves to the next thing. So this is my like wake up routine here. And then I have an afternoon routine that I'm going to start doing, which I haven't been doing. And I've never started, and I think it'll be awesome. And then I have an evening routine as well, which I was not successful with last year, but that's one of my goals. So we're gonna work on that a little bit. This is just if I had the perfect day, what would it look like? This is my Monday, Wednesday, Friday, actually. And then on the back is my Tuesday, Thursday. Looks a little different. All right. So again, if you'd also like to see some sort of detail about that, then I can do a separate video and just let me know. This is my cute little kitties. They're so adorbs. I love it. It's a mood tracker. And I have a link down below for that for Etsy. And so I'm using these different moods. They're so cute. I just love it. And I'm going to color in the kitties eventually too at the end. All right, so then I have not filled any of this out, so I'm going to go through it really quickly because there's not really a point. You can watch my video for my setup, but this is my dossier of my body, and so I'm going to go through some weight logs and some, all that kind of stuff with it. And then after that, I did set up how I'm going to do my macros. So my macros are, I'm not going to, probably put the calories or the protein or the fat or the carbs in there, but I am going to use Weight Watchers points. So I'm going to be tracking my points in here. So that's how I use that. I already put my dates up there, got that all set up. And then this is my kind of self-care area. I added some areas that I didn't have last year. So I'm going to add mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. So this actually was like a physical health insert, and it's just had AM and PM on it, but I whited those out and I use this, and I'll show you. This is what this looks like originally. And I whited that out, and I'm using the whole thing for self-care in general. So what am I doing daily for my mental health care, emotional, spiritual, and physical health care? So that's what I'm using that for. And then I have this tip-in that I'm using, and this is going to be to, you know, if I were doing my ideal routine, I have basically my routine written down for my AM routine, my PM routine, and checking those off. I didn't put in my afternoon routine. I could eventually put that in, possibly. We'll see. But these are weekly habit trackers, and I actually have the routine tip in as well that I'll be using. This was in a box, but I have the routine tip ins that I will use after this that are in the Jane's Agenda shop. All right, now I haven't filled this out yet, but I'm going to put together a self-care routine. That's going to be one of my goals. So when I get that all figured out, I'm going to put that in here, as well as a list of my products that I have, because that again is something that I want to be working on, is my skincare. Then I have my book of the year. So the book I'm currently reading is The Women. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. It is by Kristen Hanna. So she's the person that wrote Nightingale, and I'm obsessed. I love it so much. I'm only about halfway through it. It's like, but I have book club coming up, so I will finish it before then. But oh my gosh, I am obsessed. I love it. Right now, I would give it 5 stars, 100%. But I'm not finished yet, so we'll see. And then here I have some movies to watch. I haven't written anything down for that. And I'm gonna kind of organize this. This I got online. I have it down below, but I am going to kind of redo this on my own at some point and kind of put it into categories of mental, physical, etc. kinds of self-care. I've got my lunar phases here, and then I'm gonna move into my scheduled section. So in my scheduled section, I don't have anything written yet. I am going to be creating this very, very soon. This is my monthly, and then my weekly looks like this. So I'm going to be doing that very soon, aka tomorrow. Then, but in the YouTube world, it may not be up tomorrow. So we'll see. Okay, then I have my face section. I have this set up so that I'm going to be working on 1 scripture a month. So I'm going to be filling this out, maybe writing some more in that theme. Like, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, I might split this up a little bit because this is a long one. And then I'm going to kind of write more, or I might do even more scripture underneath it that kind of is in the same area, same theme. That's what I'm thinking. If you have any ideas for that, can comment down below. Then we also have my prayer area. This is for Wesley Covenant Group, my Bible study that I use, so you won't see this filled out. I start that not till the end of the month, but you know, it has praying sections and things like that, so I won't be showing that here. And then this is my Wesley Covenant Group. This will be the actual study itself. And we're doing an NT Write, but I'm not sure which one we're going to be doing this semester. This is my home section. I filled out for the boys just January. This is, so in my home section, this is what I use for my boys' school schedule. And so then I have it color coded with washi tape. And so what's going on with school is on here. And as well as, like, they have the dentist appointment during school hours, so I put that in there as well. Things that are going on to remind me, okay, I need to do this. And then over on this side, I do projects to write down that my older son is in 8th grade, so he's going to have more things that take more time and have later due dates and things like that. Although I will say this year, I haven't had to write a whole lot down. They do an amazing job of helping him and figuring things out. So that's been really, really good. So we'll see. Then I have this task list here, and this is just things that I have written down that you don't do every month, but that you need reminders of because you don't do it every month. I need to write down my car registration in September. That's one of the things. And so, you know, updating your budget, like I'm just going to do that the once. Then replacing furnace filters and cleaning the vacuum and the spot cleaner, things like that. You just forget and you're like, oh man, this is really bad. I need to clean this. Now it's broken, you know, things like that because I didn't clean it. So just reminders of those kinds of things. And then I'm going to add those possibly here. I don't know. I don't know if that's probably extra work. I don't know. So we'll see. But I don't have another reason or way to use this annual habit tracker thing. We'll see. All right. Then we have my weekly cleaning schedule. So this is what I do on a daily, the morning, and what I do in the evening here. And then each day I add in what I'm planning to work on. So for the each day thing, I use the Clean Mama routine. I don't have the whole thing in here, all the inserts for it in here, but this is just lovely. So that's what I was talking about earlier. This is a whole house declutter. So these are the things that you want to do in January, focusing on organization. So the first thing I said this week I'm going to focus on is cleaning or decluttering the kitchen. So if there's stuff I can get rid of, just putting it in bags and moving on. That's all I'm really going to be doing. I'm not going to do too much because I'm going to go back in February and really go through the kitchen. So I'm not going to take too much time. I'm just kind of going through the whole house and just quickly doing some stuff. And that is going to be a challenge for me because I get so lost in what I'm doing. And I'm just going to, again, overthink. I'm not going to do that, but I typically do that. So we're going to work on that. The next section is my finance. I don't have anything written in there right now. And then the last section is my notes section. So I have different kinds of notes that I can use in there. So we'll leave that be. So that is how I have everything set up and written in. And then my next video, I'm probably going to do a monthly plan with me and then a weekly plan with me. And then we'll go from there. I'm probably going to show a little bit of my moon journal coming up, as well as my Cutie Crafty TN and things like that. So let me know down below, comment if there's anything else that you would be interested in seeing on my channel this year. All right. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. And don't forget, be bold. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe below. Bye-bye.